What is going on, everyone? Ryan wants to see my shaved head. I think I should wait a few minutes until people get in, and then you can see. As you can tell, I just cut my hair. And let me know if you can hear my audio because I'm using this mic that I just got. So, Aaron and Jess, thanks for coming, or not yet, but I see that you commented. So, woo! My second live stream ever. What's up, Jeremy? And thank you, Ryan. How do people do this without a second person? Because it's like you're talking, but then there's like comments, and then so I will let a few minutes pass by until hopefully get some more people in here, and then we will start this live stream. This is kind of a weird thing for me too, because I'm not used to this. And making videos, you can take pauses, you can record or re-record 5 times. But with live streams, it's like I'm a little more vulnerable. What's up, Chris? How's it going? Lakers about to play. No, go Kings. That's right. I am a Sacramento Kings fan. Boo Lakers. Jeremy, you're a Lakers fan? I kind of watch the NBA. I mean, I watch it when it's on. I really more or so watch Major League Baseball. And even then, it's just me keeping up with the Giants. But I'm a big UFC fan. But in terms of like basketball and football, I mean, I'll watch it if it's on, but I don't really have a team per se. I mean, with basketball, it's the Kings, but that's just because I was born in Sacramento. I remember going to the Kings games when I was younger. So, yeah, Mark, live streams are tough. This is my second one, and I don't know, for some reason, I am a little nervous. But, yeah, here we go. CJ Enda, I don't know your first name, so I just keep calling you CJ Enda. I am using my MacBook Pro. So MacBook Pro, MacBook Air, and then I think it's a couple years old, and then I just bought this mic, and it turns out to be working pretty well. At least you all can hear me, so CJ's good. There you go. Thanks, CJ. CJ coming out with the Minecraft. That's what it is. Hey, Jess, how's it going? I edit on my MacBook Air. That's correct. So I actually have I don't have it around me, but it's only 112 gigs for this laptop, but I put a 2 terabyte and then I just edit through the 2 terabyte, but my 2 terabyte is filling up super fast, and I think I have like 500 gigs left. So, and then I've always went back and forth, and then maybe you guys or you all can give some insight, but do you go and delete your like videos after you make them? I mean, it's worthwhile to keep them, I think, but only certain clips. But since I make daily videos, my library fills up pretty fast. So yeah, I was just going to ask that, Jeremy, do you delete your footage? I've started to delete my footage, but I've been conscious or trying to be conscious of keeping the footage, because once I hit that 1 year mark, or, however long that I do a recap, or 10,000 subscribers, or whatever milestone it is, I think it's worthwhile to have those footages. But I mean, I started deleting them just because I'm super frugal and I don't want to buy another 2 terabytes. So I'm getting a computer soon. Yeah, I think a good computer is worth it. I actually don't know what I'm missing out on, because I've been thinking about upgrading to a MacBook Pro with, faster everything, better gigs and RAM and all that. But I don't really know what I'm missing out on, because sometimes my MacBook Air is pretty slow. And so because it's slow, it takes like an hour sometimes to upload. If it's less than a 10-minute video, it takes about an hour. But if it's over a 10-minute video, it takes sometimes 2 hours and sometimes it crashes on me and it's just a total bummer. So I don't even know what I'm missing out on. I've just been used to editing on my MacBook Air. So looks like everyone, or it looks like a lot of people are joining. I have 10 people. Awesome. So for this live stream, it's really just one big experiment for me. And the first live stream that I did, I didn't really have any topics and I was just spitballing and people were asking questions and I was just asking and then I was just answering them. But I figure I should have at least some topic for the live stream and then also answer some questions as they come through. But also I have some questions in mind just in case, you know, there's any dead time. So I figure I start with, and this was the 17-minute video that I recorded the other day, but then there was no sound on my MacBook. I mean, on my MacBook, because you were talking about MacBooks, but on my camera, I didn't plug in my camera. So it's just the flaws in my whole strategy. I mean, for me, I am pretty aware of the support others until they support you strategy. And Intercore Ari brought up a good point that, and I was aware of this, is that with that strategy, it comes to a point where it's kind of a glorified sub for sub. And there's pros and cons. And I think for me, it's just understanding the pros and cons, but also I think the strategy, it should be supplemental to, you know, all the other like real, not necessarily real strategies, but like all the other strategies, all the other growth strategies. So I think the whole support others, still support you thing, it works up to a certain point, at least for me anyways. Up until about 1,000 subscribers, it was manageable. But then after 1,000, it was just, it got a little unmanageable. And I was just supporting so many people and it was just eating up my time. And then on top of that, I was doing daily videos. So, and I will say this, kind of a caveat and an asterisk, is that with all of this, I don't know. I don't have the secret sauce. I don't know if this is right. I don't know if this is wrong. Everything that I do on YouTube, I don't know daily videos are right or wrong. I don't know. And I'm trying to find that secret sauce myself, but it's just me doing it and then trying to figure out as I go. So with that being said, these are like my thoughts and just the, you know, my experience with it. So with the support others until they support you strategy, I really think it's a short-term strategy. I think it's really good for, you know, if you have 150 to 250 or less followers, and then you need a kick of sorts, like just to get you started. Because I remember I started making videos January 2019. I made videos for about 3 or so months, but I just didn't get any followers. And at that time, I thought, well, maybe I'm just making not so good videos. But then turned out they were actually pretty good videos, or I like to think, because it was my jiu-jitsu videos, my BJJ white to blue belt, and then my BJJ blue belt chronicles. But those took about a year to catch on. So and then now both of those videos are my number 2 and number 3 videos each and every month. They get me the most views and they get me the most watch time. My number 1 is actually they run 10 miles a day for 30 days. So that one did really well as well. But back to when I first started my, you know, YouTube journey of sorts, I was making those videos January 2019, and I was consistently inconsistent. For the first 3 months, I was making some weeks 3 videos, 2 videos, 1 video, whatever it was. But then I was just a little discouraged just because, you know, I really wasn't seeing growth. I was at like 100 to 150 subscribers. And so I stopped making videos for a little bit. And then fast forward to October, I made a few videos there. And then I stopped again. And then it wasn't until March of 2020, this year, when I started making videos again. And then that was also around the same time where I committed to daily videos. And then with the daily videos, actually the funny thing is, one of the major reasons why I started YouTube back up again, and I don't think I've mentioned this, is because of those jiu-jitsu videos. Those jiu-jitsu videos ended up doing really well. And then I saw this crazy spike in views, in subs, and I was like, oh, I made those videos like over a year ago, but now they're catching on. Now I'm getting some subscribers from it. This is so powerful because at any point can a video catch on. And that's what kind of pushed me to just start with the daily videos. But even then, when I started with the daily videos, I was only at like 150 to 250 subscribers. And so I started, and I had no idea. I was uploading videos, making videos, editing, uploading, and then hoping for the best. And that was about it. I really wasn't doing anything else. I was putting some of the thumbnails in my Facebook and social media. But I mean, again, it was just family and friends, and it was just tough. And then that's when a friend added me to Asian Hustle Network. It's a Facebook group. And in that Facebook group, there are a ton of, it's just like entrepreneurs, people getting after it. And I think there's like 30,000 people in there. And then there was like a thread of basically a content creator YouTube channel and all that. And then that's when I got introduced to the whole support others until say they support you thing, because I also vowed that, hey, I don't want to do a sub for sub because I really want people to buy into me. So that was when I started the whole support others until they support you thing. So that was kind of a long-winded story, but that's how I got started in the support others until they support you strategy. And it did work up to a certain point, but you know, just the big negatives is that it takes a lot of time and a crazy amount of time to support, like really support others and not just watch 10 seconds of their videos. And I really just, you know, it's just a good short-term strategy, and it's mainly just used to kickstart your YouTube journey, especially if you're, you know, less than 250 subscribers. But if I can go back and redo it, I think I would spend less time doing this and more time on my content, more time on daily YouTube videos and just SEO in general. I think for me as well, one of the big things is with my daily videos, it took a while for my channel to catch on. It's not like, oh, I made daily videos for 2 weeks and then that's it. And then all of a sudden I'm expecting my channel to catch on. And it actually took like 3 months of daily videos for my channel to start catching on of sorts. And I think it's from a multitude of reasons. One of the reasons is to support others until they support you thing, that strategy. But also I was making daily YouTube videos. So I was working the algorithm of sorts, and also my videos started catching on from before my jiu-jitsu videos that I made, you know, a year ago or so. And it's just the whole time thing. It's a time suck. So, and it's one of those things where if you can spend endless hours supporting others, but for me, how I approach it is I want to really build that relationship. And I really think for like this YouTube thing, even as a small YouTuber, it's a great platform in terms of networking. And that's one of my goals as well, is to meet as many cool people as I can and to really have relationships with them, like real relationships, not just, hey, good job, cool video, nice work. I want to watch your videos and I actually want to support you authentically. But you know, there's a limitation to that. There's a limited amount of people that you can support, because also the thing I think about is I don't want to start off my YouTube channel, especially at the beginning in the early stages, and I do the support others until support you thing, but in actuality, it's hurting me. And then when I get 10,000 subscribers, I only get 100 views, because that's going to hurt me even more. Is, you know, let's build this from the ground up, and let's make sure that there's a solid foundation under the house rather than taking the easy way out. So that's just been a lot on my mind. And just going back, I don't know if this is right, I don't know if this is wrong, but just reflecting on it now, I think that it is a supplemental strategy. But also the very good thing and my favorite thing about this whole YouTube journey, one of my favorite things, and I couldn't have done it without this support others until they support you strategy, is that I wouldn't have met so many cool people. And it's all everyone in the chat right now. And I'm actually not looking at the chat right now because it's like kind of a lot. So I'm just gonna like continue this spiel until I'm done, and then I'll catch up on the chat. But I wouldn't have met so many cool people. And you know, it's everyone in this comment section, the live chat section, but also everyone in my comments. And I'm getting to meet so many cool people from around the world, from Australia, from India, I mean, you name it. And I wouldn't have been able to do that without the support others until they support you strategy. And really, I think it's just, for me, is understanding that it's a double-edged sword. It's okay, it can get you some good results, but at the same time, just know what you're getting yourself into. And as long as I am okay with that, then as long as I realize the implications that the strategy comes with, then I'm okay with it. And yeah, so that's kind of my short version of the spiel. And another thing about, well, it's just like this whole like YouTuber growth thing. It's been a little bit challenging for me because I mean, you follow all the big channels, you know, like video influencers, Sean Cannell, Travis Benji, all them, and they relatively tell you to do those things of obviously content is king, obviously SEO, thumbnails, but I felt like I was kind of doing that, but I wasn't really growing. So that's why this is just a different approach, again, supplemental. And also, one of my other strategies that I have in terms of growth for my channel is, as you probably already know, is my daily videos. And this for me is a non-negotiable. And the only day I skipped was Blackout Tuesday. And since then, though, I've been on a 155-day streak. I started on March 16th, so whatever that is. And I wanted to give like a real effort to YouTube. And I felt like, hey, if I can commit to daily videos for a year, then everything else will fall in place. And this was just me after listening to a Gary Vee video or rant or whatever it was. And he's saying you got to give at least something 2 to 3 years. 2 to 3 years of like real effort and expecting nothing from it. So for me, I was like, okay, like let me give this like a year. And with that as well is if I give it a year of real effort, I feel like things will start to fall in place in terms of subscribers, in terms of views, watch time, monetization, everything like that. So this was going back, if you've ever read The One Thing, what's the one thing that you can do that would make your life easier? And for me, it was daily videos. If I can make daily videos, I feel everything would fall in place. Plus, the type of channel that I want to be and the type of person that I am, I want to show you all my work, and I want there to be absolutely no just guesses of, oh, he was an overnight success. So that's why I'm super adamant about daily videos and sticking with daily videos, even if it's a 2-minute video. And that's why I am so like, yeah, I gotta, stick with the daily videos, because I made a promise to myself, but also I want to show you all the kind of person I am. And for me, I have gone back and forth about dialing it down to 4 or 5 days a week. And yes, my content would be a little bit better. I would have more time to put towards other areas of YouTube that I could better my channel and more growth. But at the same time, this is a non-negotiable for me. Like I'm not going to do daily videos no matter what. And for me, it's like, you might as well just cut off my leg than force me to try to not do daily videos, because once I make a promise to myself, once it clicks in my head, I have to do it. And I already told the whole world, so I would be a hypocrite, or not hypocrite, I would be a liar, and I definitely don't want to be a liar. I want to be a man of my word. So I am very adamant about daily videos. And I have a cheat sheet. So if you think this is all off the top of my head, it kind of is, but it kind of isn't as well. So and then in terms of like my growth strategy moving forward, there are a few things that I really want to work on. And again, this is all ever expanding. This is all ever evolving. I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I'm trying to figure out, just like how you guys all are too. And the couple areas of focuses for me are, one, focus on SEO, actually focus on thumbnails and titles, descriptions, tags. Funny thing enough is that, so I bought Photoshop and Lightroom. I still edit all my photos in Lightroom, and it's gotten like pretty easy and quick, but the Photoshop, like at the Adobe, what is that? The Adobe Creative, like whatever, the Adobe Creative app on my laptop, it stopped logging in automatically for some reason, and it hasn't logged in. So that's why I stopped doing the cutouts on my thumbnails. So I gotta fix that, but that's why I haven't been doing those cutouts, and my thumbnails have been sucking as of lately. But the funny thing is as well, I didn't really notice a big difference in terms of my thumbnails. Like my thumbnails really didn't make all that difference. I think for me, it looked better, but it really didn't affect my click-through rate. I think the title more than anything affects the click-through rate. When I have a good title, like I ran 500 miles in a month, very good click-through rates. Or even the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu video, why I haven't gone back to Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, that is doing well for what it is right now. I think it's around like 15%. But usually for me, my average is 5.4% right now. But I mean, it is what it is. So I definitely want to focus more on SEO. And then I think moving forward, another growth strategy is doing obviously more collabs. The more exposure that I get, the better. But the thing also with me, with the collabs, there's an asterisk about the collabs, because I don't want to collab with someone for the sake of collabing. I want to collab with someone that like I truly enjoy their content, that I can see myself working with, that they're a cool person. It's not like if I haven't collabed with you, I don't think this about you. But for me, it's not, I just met you, I've been following your journey for a week and I want to collab. No, I don't want to do that. I want to follow each other's journey for at least a month, 2 months, and make sure that there's a real bond or a real relationship. And I want to do this, like with real people and real friends, not just so that we can use each other's platforms to grow and stuff like that. I'm not really in it for that. So when I think of collabs, it's really important for me to, one, like your channel, like what you're about, but also just see that we're actually supporting each other. That's really, really important to me. So I've gotten a few people asking me for collabs, but I'm just like, I'm not really interested. I think, we could collab in the future, maybe in like 2 or 3 months. And, when I say that, some people have, stuck with it and the relationship has gotten better. And for example, Dimitri, we were looking to collab like at the very beginning. It's only been like 2 weeks since we know each other, but I was like, oh no, let me wait a little bit. And then we waited a little bit. We actually waited, an additional month, but at that point it was a month and a half, and even a month and a half of actually getting to know each other and supporting each other. And I was asking them questions, and then we made a collab, and then, we've been, like pretty good YouTube buddies since. So in addition to just more like better growth, I think searchable videos are the way to go. And actually, Jeremy, AKA Goku Runner, you are the one that really pushed me to do this. I've seen some of your videos, and some of them have some crazy views, like 36,000, 40,000, 20,000. And it's just so powerful to do those searchable videos. And the funny thing is like, I know too, because with the searchable videos, my videos that are very searchable are my jiu-jitsu videos, but I am so worried about pushing out daily content. I'm just like, I gotta push something out. I gotta answer questions, blah, 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 blah. So then I don't come out with more searchable videos because I'm so worried about coming out with a video in general. So that's what's kind of holding me back from there. But I plan to mix them in. I feel like on Saturdays and Sundays for me, that's a good time to get in some review videos. And that's just something else that I noticed as well. Usually, actually, Sunday through Thursday for me, when I post videos, I generally get a good viewership. But on Saturdays, I think on Friday, Saturdays, people are just busy, obviously, like chilling, going out. My views tend to lack a little bit. So I try to be a little more strategic in coming out with my videos on those days. A couple more things. So in order to focus more on growth as well, just focusing on the content and also live stream. I think live streams are cool. Actually, one thing for, all small YouTubers, if you're looking to grow your channel, a great way is live streams. I did my first live stream and it was a total train wreck. I didn't have any topics. I was like, I don't really know. And I was going off my phone and I didn't understand how to do a live stream. And for me, I felt like maybe it was just all in my head, but it really wasn't that good of a live stream. No structure. There was a lot of malfunctions, just technical difficulties. But the second time around, it's a lot better. And I've already learned a lot of things from the second time around so that I can use next week as well. So, and it also gets you really good watch time. Like, you'd be surprised, because I think what happens is, one, there's a lot of people, if you can get 10 people right now, there's 15 people watching, and that's pretty good. But some of them watch all the way through, some of them watch for a few minutes, but with longer form content, I found that people, and this is what I personally do as well, if you have a really long video, like 10 or so minutes, if you have a 10-minute video or like 8-minute video or less, I'm pretty sure I'm going to watch the whole thing. I'm pretty sure. Like, I'm just going to double speed it. And actually, there's another note about that. But if it's a 10-minute video or less, like, I'll pretty much watch the whole thing. I might not I'll watch it. And then once I comment, so I'll actually put it on double X speed. I'll watch it, find something to comment, switch it back to 1x speed, and then start the video over so that you can get watch time and then put it in the background. So that's what I do now. But with that being said, it kind of goes for the same thing. When you do longer form content, anything that's 20, 30, even an hour long, I feel like some people do that for me. And because I've seen the numbers go up, it's like the average watch time goes up by a lot. I'm like, whoa, that's crazy. How did they go up by that much? It's because people do that. And especially the super supporters, they'll watch a few minutes of my hour-long stream. And I don't expect anyone to rewatch this or for that hour-long stream. But what happens is they'll watch the first 10 minutes or they'll skip around. And then after that, they'll just let it play in the background. And then that adds to the watch time. So watch time, you know, it'll be better for your watch time. I mean, getting those YouTube analytics up. So live streams can only help. This is something that I wish I would have done a lot sooner. So. And that is my spiel. Whoa, that was 26 minutes. I mean, the first couple of minutes I was asking, not talking about anything. So right now I'm going to go through the live chat and I am see if there's any questions and then answer any questions. But also I have some questions and I might answer those questions that I had posted in the description, but I also might not just because it depends how long this live stream is. I really don't want to go over like an hour and a half. If it goes an hour and a half, I think I'll cut it off. But also one of my friends is coming to pick up something from my house. So I have to give that to her. She's coming around 7:15. So let's do this. CJ and hey, Kevin, I worry about getting hacked and losing it all. I do all my editing on my phone. It's rough. Whoa, yeah. Jess, I don't know how you edit on your phone. That would be really rough. I can barely edit on my laptop and I could barely stitch everything together. And I am not a big fan of editing. So for all you videographers out there or like super editors that do B-rolls and stuff, I'm just like, that's really not for me and not my personal style. I appreciate it, and I really wanted to learn how to B-roll at first, but then I asked my friend, he's like, how long is it going to take to do like a couple second B-roll? It's like 3 hours. Like what, 3 hours? Nah, like I'm not. No, I think I might just clip stuff together. Mark, dang, I don't save any of my old videos and I've gotten like 75 published. Yeah, I don't think saving the videos are necessarily like you don't have to. I think they make good for like a recap video maybe later on when you're at a certain milestone, like a year, 2 years, or even 10,000, 100,000 subscribers. So you can have those clips. But then again, you can just watch your videos and then record your screen and then take that from there and then just use them as overlays. So, I mean, I don't think there's necessarily a right or wrong, but it just depends on your style. Ryan Chang, Kevin the GOAT. Kevin is the GOAT. Jeremy, I'm not organized enough to keep all my footage. I like to delete most of the raw data files. Yeah, I should definitely do that. Hit the like button. Yeah. If you can all do me a favor and hit the like button. And if you're not subscribed, please subscribe to my channel. But I'm guessing if you've on here, you're probably already subscribed. So CJ Enda or Kevin says, what's up, Rye? CJ Enda, oops. For sure you find people that you really enjoy. Yep. Totally agree. Agree for the sub-serve. Eventually, content has to work for you in terms of growing. Yep, totally agree, Mark. I think now I don't do the whole like support others until they support you thing. I do it if I see a channel that comments on my videos and they'll comment the first time, but I'll reply back. But then I'll just kind of leave it there. But then if they keep putting new comments on each of my new videos, then I'll take a look at their channel and then subscribe to them and then start, supporting them. So I don't necessarily like, it's not like I won't subscribe to you if you comment on my stuff, but nowadays it takes you a lot for me to add another person to my subscription page, right? So I have a random recipe video that's almost 2K views. It's so weird. Yeah, I mean, Jess, you never know what video is going to blow up. Like you honestly don't. And it's those searchable videos that you never know. And that's the unfortunate thing for me as far as my vlog style videos. With vlog style videos, I feel it's only good for the time that I push it out. And I mean, it's like pros and cons, right? So I was trying to figure it out myself. So Chris, that's like the rest of us have to learn and go. Yep. So many calories are in a Boston cream donut. Anyone know about that? Just want to know how long I need to be on the bike later. 8-3. So yeah, Boston cream donuts are a ton of calories. I think for an average like glazed donut, it's 200 calories. So Boston cream, you got that like that cream in the middle, it's at least 350 calories. And on a bike is rough because you're only using your lower half. So you actually burn a lot less calories on a bike than when you're running. So on a bike, it might take you to undo one. It might take you an hour. But if you run, it might take you 30 minutes. I mean, like 100 calories per mile. If you run, if you bike, it's a different story. So yeah, with those donuts. Okay, and I lost my place. Yeah, so Goku Runner, I think just support those you want to now and see who falls watching so many channels, so much work. Yeah, I totally agree, Goku Runner, Jeremy. And I actually, because you commented on when I came out with that video the other day, and you made a really good point, is that it gets to be unmanageable, and like I shouldn't feel guilty for not necessarily supporting others who are like trying to actively support me. I literally just don't have time. It's a time suck. And you also brought up a good point that when you get those subscribers that are non-small YouTubers, they are actually genuinely interested in your content and you as a person. So those are the ones, not necessarily they're more valuable than, support others until they support you person. But I mean, those people are very, they're in it for reals. So I totally agree with that as well. The YouTube algorithm is so crazy to understand, but it's cool that sometimes YouTube pushes your content months. Yeah, I mean, Kevin, you never know what's going to blow up. I think like for you, like that video, I found a lot of value of how to use my camera. And I was like, before I was just doing it on auto mode. So like that could be just a random video that you can blow up. So loosen up, Vince. We like you how you are. Wouldn't be here. Thanks. Hey, Vince, good to see you. Thank you, Diablo Hashcraft. I still don't know who you are. I know that you were trained jiu-jitsu with me at Sabre, but I mean, your name is Diablo Hashcraft, so I don't know. But I'm sure if you say your name, then I'll remember. AHN Reppin, Ryan. Yep. Everyone's having a great day. How soon after monetizing do you see revenue? Elevation every weekend. I haven't gotten monetized yet. Right now, I'm currently at around 2.4K watch time. So I still have 1.6K hours left. And I think I'll be there in 3 or 4 months with my current trajectory. But I mean, who knows? Immediately your videos, once monetized, you'll see. Okay, cool. Thanks for asking. 8 years on YouTube, but didn't start posting regular until the last 2 years. Yeah, Jeremy, I saw that you really started posting a lot lately. And that's what also pushed me to you. Actually, confession, you were one of the first YouTubers that got me to like, oh yeah, I should probably double down. So waited 5 years. I know you don't want to break the streak, but isn't it cool to take a leap and try it? Yeah, I don't know. It's just like for me, I feel like I would be a liar if I stopped with the streak. I think it's just like for me, it's like, okay, just continue with the streak until a year. And then at that point, we'll see from there. So I think I just have to adjust as I go. And so I'll be taking my real estate licensing exam in 3 weeks. So once I pass, I'll be working full time. And then at that point, I'll have to readjust my strategy in terms of my daily YouTube videos, because if I want to stick with them, they're going to have to be shorter. They're going to have to require even less editing, and I don't know how that's going to work. So, but we'll definitely see. So, do you use your thumbnails? What do you use for your thumbnails, Chris? You answer that. Pivoting your channel is scary, such a leap of faith, but I do agree, Jess, it would be worth it. I went from Adobe tutorials to random. You don't want to do any active reviews. So for me, a couple good points is that, yeah, I mean, it's scary to definitely pivot my channel. I think for me, it's just documenting my journey. So I feel like I personally haven't had to pivot my channel very much. And the first couple of videos that I made, and if you all go back, I had just got back from Japan. So I made a 5 things to take with you to Japan video because I mean, it was just documenting whatever was on my mind. And that's the approach that I've taken it. The style that I am, it's more like a vlog style, whatever's happening, whatever's going on in my current life at that point, that's what I'm going to be documenting. At that point, I just got back from Japan. At that point, it was also jujitsu. Right now it's running. So for me, that's just the approach that I've taken. And then also activewear. I don't really buy a lot of clothes. If you see all my clothes, you probably will notice I wear all the same clothes. And I mean, I wash them obviously, but I don't buy a lot of stuff. I'm very frugal. Nowadays, the stuff I buy, I really have to take a second thought about it. I try to give myself a 48 to 72 hour rule, like really think about it if I want to buy it, and then I'll buy it. But nowadays it has to be more of an investment in myself, just like this mic that I just bought. So I don't mind paying for that, or even a GoPro Hero 8. I invested in that. I should use it more. But nowadays, if I'm going to buy an item, it has to be more of an investment, and I'll be using it in the future. And with clothes, like I just wear them and wash them. And I have like 4 pairs of clothes that I rotate. And if you see like this shirt is like, I always wear this shirt in all my videos, just because one, this is a black shirt, and it's one of my black shirts where it's not faded enough to where if I do sweat, you can't see my sweat. So I really like this shirt just because, well, it's also Nike and that's all I ever wear, but also it's a dry fit material and you can't see my sweat when I sweat. Video. So for sure, and they bring subs. I enjoy YouTube videos with minimal production as long as there's adequate sounding and lighting. I don't care about yeah, I totally agree with that too. I mean, for me, my personal style is, and the lighting is getting kind of bad in here. Let me turn the light on. Is that a little yellow though? Oh well. But yeah, for me, like my personal style, and I like to watch people who have like raw, unedited videos as well, just because it's raw and unedited and it seems, like a real person. Not that you're not a real person if you edit your videos, but I like seeing more day in the life because when I subscribe to someone as well, I tend to like to really buy into them as a person. So if I bought into you as a person, I like to watch your vlog type of videos. Experiment events, have fun with it. Yes, totally agree. Fitbit is so popular. If I had that watch, I definitely agree. Yeah, thanks, Jeremy. I'm actually, I have that Fitbit lying around and I just haven't used it. I just want to throw it away. But it's a decent watch. I mean, Fitbit, the Ionic is a good watch. It's a good everyday watch, but it's just not a good runner's watch. It's the GPS is off. It is like stalls, and especially doesn't connect to Strava. So that's like the big thing. But for a good casual like gym goer, perfect watch. Fitbit, no way, we had fun. I definitely need to do. Hi Vince. Hey Megan. I know Megan. I was gonna say high school, but I know her from college. We went to a K-pop concert together. Funny thing. And I lost my spot again. Podcast to great watch time. Yeah, the watch time, and then I don't do podcasts. I've been thinking about one, and actually something in the works. But Dimitri obviously does podcasts, and I text that guy pretty much every single day, and he gets some crazy watch time. So if you're thinking about doing podcasts or even just long form, I'm telling you, like even like the live stream, that stuff, like it's already 38 minutes, and there's been 18 people watching. Not the whole thing probably, but I mean, it's just like it's free. I mean, and you don't. The great thing is you don't have to edit. You can just put this up afterwards and then slap a thumbnail on it, and then you're good. And edit the description. You can put timestamps if you want, but you also don't need to as well. It's crazy because I've been thinking about doing a podcast. Coach Kev, you should do a podcast. Do it, Kev. Do it. What's up? Hey, Brad, how's it going? I know I'm catching up on everything right now, so I'm kind of lagging behind. How long was the longest you went without publishing a video after starting? After March, so March to October. So the last time I did it from January to March, I was pretty consistent, and then from like March-ish till October, I didn't publish any videos. And then I published a couple of videos in October, and then from October 2019 until March of this year. So whichever one's longer. I think the first one, the former. So 6 months. Ultra Trail Steven. Hey Steven, how's it going? Thanks for popping in. Jess, Boston cream pie is like 3. Hey, I didn't even read your comment, but that's what I was guessing too. 303. Is that what I said? I'm pretty sure that's what I said. Yeah. CJ, and I'm in trouble. Coach Kev, your podcast would be cool. Yes, I agree. Coach Kev, you should do a podcast. Hey, Mira, Dandy Bambi. I really enjoyed your last video, Mira. I really liked it. And I admittedly haven't watched the Muppets yet. So it's been on my list to watch the Muppets. So if you don't know, Danny Bambi Mira, she is a small YouTuber as well, but she also focuses on like movies, and she works in the movie industry, and you should go check her out. But I promised her, or I don't know if it was a promise, but I told her that I would watch the Muppets movie, and it's definitely on my list. So I'll be watching it soon. Purpose driven, Kevin Jess. I just got figured out. My goal was President Weird Style. Some of the students I teach. Oh man. Okay. Real interview style. Some of the students I teach are subscribers of mine. Is that weird? I don't think it's weird, Brad. I mean, you're the type of content that you're putting out. It's not like you're putting out anything controversial. Right. I mean, all the stuff that you put out is like pretty motivational, and you had that softball one, you're trying out for baseball, and you're a beast, by the way, if you know, like you playing baseball, because I am terrible at baseball. So, and that was a cool video too. Brad made a video on trying out for the minor leagues. I believe it was, my BS Live looking good, Vince. Oh, I have to show you all too. Look, shave my head. I'm not caught up yet. So like I definitely have a couple bald spots, but it was getting way too hot. So I took a clipper and just clipped my whole head. So here you go. That's what I currently look like right now. I have a bald spot right there. But I'm bald. It's my first time being bald too. So funny. Visit Vince closet tour. Oh, okay. I'm going to come back to the closet tour. So closet's just right there too. So I will show you what I like to wear. I'm almost caught up on this chat box, so I will do that. I think doing in-person podcasts are more engaging for sure, but it will be tough doing in-person style. I do feel like the content is right. It has to be captivating either way. Agree. Everyone will be on the same page as you. What camera do you use? Garmin with Odin Young. I use a Canon M50 with an 11 to 22 millimeter lens. So Canon M50. Okay, felt taboo at first, but I'm okay with it now. Fitbit or Apple Watch? Mira, I am not either. I mean, it just depends on what you're using. I don't have an Apple Watch. My girlfriend has an Apple Watch. I have a Fitbit Ionic, but even with that, I think the Fitbit Ionic, it just depends. I actually, right now, I wear a Garmin Forerunner 235. And with this watch, it is more of a runner's watch. I think with the Fitbit, if you are a casual gym goer, if you are not running anything too crazy, or not a runner or like an active cyclist or runner, and you don't really care about your times and all that, I think the Fitbit is great. Though at the same time, I've had a lot of friends and family with the small Fitbits, the cheap ones, like the $60 ones, and those break really quickly. So if you're going to get a Fitbit, I would get the ones with the face, the Versa or the Ionic. The Ionic, I mean, I it's not for me now, but it was for me when I was going to the gym powerlifting. It's great for that. It has a great heart rate monitor as well with the Garmin Forerunner 235 turbo heart monitor. But with the Fitbit, it's great for like a casual everyday type of watch. But with the Apple Watch as well, I mean, it depends on what kind of technology you want in your watch and all that. And I should definitely do a review on that. It's coming though, I swear. Run with bad, not weird at all. It's life. True and Garmin, bring your girlfriend on if she's up for it. My girlfriend does not want to be in any of my videos for now. So she's a little camera shy, but also she has a lot of stuff going on too. She might actually be working right now. She is a mental health therapist. So fun fact. Not sure if you've already talked about this, but how often are you trying to do a live stream? So Mira, I am trying to do a live stream once a week. I'm just going to try it out to see how it goes, see what the analytics are. But I mean, this is actually like really, really fun. I have that one topic that I talked about earlier, and then now I'm just kind of free flowing, catching up with all these comments and stuff like that. So past my bedtime, Vince. I'm going to catch up with Vince. Thank you, Brad. I know that you are on the East Coast, so thanks for tuning in, Brad. Has anyone recognized you out in public on your videos? Probably hard now because of COVID. Yeah, no one yet, Jeremy. But I do get looks. Like my neighbors look at me all the time, and actually my next door neighbor, he's always asking me, "Oh, YouTube," because I told him I had a small channel, but. Yeah, I mean, he asked me about YouTube all the time. I'm like, yeah, it's going good. But everyone, please watch the Muppets. Yes, please watch the Muppets. Oh my God, that reveal. Oh yeah, my head. was not expecting that hair. Actually, funny thing is because Megan, ME911, I knew her from college. And I also, for the new people who haven't known me since, I used to be blonde. Like I used to have really long blonde, it wasn't blonde. I was trying to get it white, and it was white, and I should probably put that in somewhere in one of my videos. But I was blonde / white. And I, at one point it was like long, curling out of my hat. But then on other times I cut the sides and it was just the top, and I had it gray. I've had it. I think gray was the silver gray was my craziest color I've ever had. And then also I used to have a spider bites right here. So 2 on my lip. And then I used to have an eyebrow piercing, or 2 eyebrow piercings right here. So I used to have 2 right here. And I also used to have an anti-brow too right here. So it wasn't all at the same time. I think I had my lip piercings and the anti-brow at the same time. And then I took the anti-brow out, and then I just had the lip piercings, and then I took those out, and then I just had the 2 eyebrow piercings. So did not expect that hair. I'm rereading stuff now. What's good? Boom. 1,000 reviews from that Garmin review just now. Boom. Congratulations, Jeremy. I got to do that. It's just a good reminder for me. Hi, Malone. Hey. Hello. It's a party up in here. Don't worry. I'm almost caught up. Hey, CJ. Blonde. Yeah, I used to be blonde, for reals. Can we get ABG Vince again? Yeah, I honestly, I really do miss my blonde hair. The reason why I stopped is because it got so expensive. It's an insane amount of money to keep it up. I would get my hair touched up every 6 weeks. And it was at least $100, $100 every 6 weeks for to do my hair. But nowadays, dude, I just buzz my hair for free. So I might not ever get a haircut ever again, to be honest with you, because I mean, I'm frugal like that. But yeah. And oh my God, what? I can't even imagine. Yeah. So blonde and eyebrow piercings. Yeah. Who is this? Hey, Ryan, you need to do one video with blonde hair and piercings. Yeah, I gotta do like a recap video so you all can see my college years events. Okay, Kevin. All right, so I am definitely caught up now with my comments. So for you, Ryan, I will do a closet. So I know I was going to make this a video, and that's why I've been putting it off, Ryan, because I know you asked a question like, hey, can you show us what else you wear? And I was like, all right, yeah, I'll get to that. And I want to make it a video. And that's why I've been kind of waiting, because some of the questions that you all ask, the reason why I haven't answered them is because they would make for a good topic or a good video. And I told Ryan that I was going to do it. I was going to make a video out of it, but then I just haven't had time. So I'm going to give you all just stuff that I wear, because why not? Oh, also, I guess right there. That's my gi. Those are my gis. So it's like a jiu-jitsu gi. So I'm a blue belt. Blue belt in jiu-jitsu. I have 2 belts. But if you're wondering what a jiu-jitsu gi looks like, so this is the traditional jiu-jitsu garment that you wear, and it has like these thick collars. And then with the thick collars, you can pull someone in, and all that. But it is way too hot to wear these jiu-jitsu gi right now. So, all right, let me grab a couple items for you. I'm just gonna grab a bunch of my shirts because I don't. I mean, for my bottoms, I mainly just wear joggers. Just a joggers guy, like just a joggers guy. Here's a black shirt, jiu-jitsu shirt. Oh, I have a sweater. One of my favorite sweaters, Beast. Here, I don't wear the shirt, but it's I used to work for EOS Fitness, and I was a personal trainer. Just probably skip through a lot of these. I'm not sure if this is all boring you all. Hopefully not. I am really into Hawaiian shirts. Ryan, I know that you recently made a collab. No, you didn't. Did you make? I mean, you made a collab with Dang, but I remember there was Hawaiian shirts somewhere. I think it might have been Dang's video, but here. Let me see what else I like to wear. I really enjoy this baseball tee. It's a Nike baseball tee, so I like to wear that. I'm also a Giants fan, Giants jersey. I won't bore you all with my wardrobe. My Nike jacket, my black jacket, I really like that. What else? What else? Shut up and run. Yep. My favorite orange jacket, you've probably seen this in a lot of my videos or a lot of my running videos, but also I just really like to wear this around. And speaking of baseball tee, I have another baseball Nike, like the 3/4. I should do a more complete like wardrobe thing, but yeah, there's a quick snapshot, and I don't want to bore you all with. Boom. Okay. What's your sneaker game, Vince? Aaron, my sneaker game. I currently right now, I'm what's that word? It's like all my workout clothes is my going out clothes. So I really, for me, it's athleisure. That's what it is. Yeah, I'm really into athleisure where anytime I go out, I just wear athleisure. In terms of my shoe collection, nowadays don't buy too many shoes, but also fun fact, I used to be best dressed in high school, believe it or not. But ever since I got to college and even now, it's more like I'm not a minimalist by any means, but I've definitely adopted a lot of principles of minimalism just because, I mean, that stuff doesn't really matter to me anymore. But in terms of my shoes, I usually like to wear running shoes, to be honest, just because they're comfortable. My Nike Peg 37s, I really like those, but I also have, a couple of like S Dunks. I also have Nike NMDs. The NMDs I think look really cool, look really good with anything. They're black. And then also, what else do I have? Oh yeah, I just got a pair of Vans. So yeah, I also like Vans too. Big fan of Vans. So right now I am behind again. All right. Can we see a photo of old raver Vince? Yeah. I'm not sure how to like share screens or anything like that. That's something that I need to work on because with the live stream, you can stream it off of the webcam or you can stream it off of a software. For me, I just streamed it off the webcam. So I think if you get a software, there's a lot more like cool things that you can do in terms of screen share and everything like that. But for now, I don't even know how to share that. So I can't make fun of you for your blonde hair. I used to have long hair and used to get chemically straightened when I was a fit. That's awesome, Aaron. Yeah, I'm wondering why you don't use a pillow. I'm still wondering why Yeah, I don't know. I haven't used a pillow in seriously about 5 years, and I don't know the science behind it. I don't. But I remember reading the article, and it was because when you sleep on your side, then your neck's all messed up, and you're getting from a pillow, you are sleeping. You're like, because imagine if the pillow wasn't there, then your neck would, it would hurt, and it's like not creating the muscles, like the correct muscles. And I think anatomically, you're not supposed to sleep on your side. You're supposed to sleep on your back. Again, I don't know. But I think this is just me thinking out loud. And with that being said, it's kind of the same thing as it's like, what's natural for your body. Like, it's one of those things I've heard people say. If you've ever read like Born to Run, the Tarahumara Indians, they run without shoes, and they're like, okay, barefoot running was a big thing. It's because that's what you're naturally supposed to do with these shoes. It's giving you the argument is that it's giving you these unnatural support. So that's the way that I like to think about it when I sleep with a pillow, or when I used to sleep with a pillow. It's giving me it just like support that I'm not supposed to have, and it's like making my neck muscle. So I don't know. I've slept without it for 5 years, and I haven't had neck pain. So if you have neck pain, you should look into it. Again, I'm not a doctor, so I'm throwing this in there. So please don't sue me. Cut off my hair. Okay. Now I have to catch up again on everything. So yeah, I don't know how people do like the live stream, and then you're like you're talking about a topic, and then you're like scrolling, and it's just like it'd be really cool to have someone like ask you the questions out loud. Yes, aloha shirts. Yes, I love my aloha shirts. Your gi for lasso guard. Yeah, my gi for lasso guard. I really like lasso. Like I've been working on a lot of daily Hiva stuff. Daily Hiva lasso. They're just my favorite. And when I go no gi, I feel like I get crushed. How much do you weigh? Currently, right now, I weigh 133 pounds. So don't let the pictures fool you, because I know on some of my pictures that I post on Instagram or even my Facebook videos, like I'm not a very big person. And that's also why I'm pretty lean, because I weigh 133 pounds. Like there's like, if you cut out all the fat, like you're going to look like shredded and lean. So, yep, 133 pounds. I want to see the progression of Vince's through the ages. That's actually would make for a pretty cool video. Because I have like my high school days, and my high school days, I was definitely a hype beast. That was definitely because I was best dressed, and then everything had to match. So look like Bob Ross. Look like Bob Ross. Bob Ross was a G. He was. Does your girlfriend use a pillow? Do you guys argue about that? So my girlfriend does use a pillow, and we don't argue about it because I mean it's like my body or like my neck. So I feel like if I use a pillow, then it could actually injure me. And that goes for the same thing as like eating meat too. Like I'm so scared to eat meat because, and this is not like the same topic, but just because the other day, because my girlfriend's dad's here, and we're like he's helping remodel the house and everything, and he cooked. I've been a vegetarian since March of last year. June of last year, and he made broccoli beef. But I usually just pick the meat out. Ended up picking the meat out, but obviously there's like meat remnants, and I got like a stomach ache, and I was like, oh, this is why I don't eat meat, because I'm gonna get a stomach ache. Vince, don't use pillow. Nope, do not use a pillow. I like to like hug a pillow, like sometimes, but like nah. I gotta jump, folks. Thanks, Chris, for coming. This was pretty fun. Move with Jen. Hey, Jen. Glad you can make it. Whoa, see, it's already like been an hour, which is kind of insane. So actually, there are a few questions I guess I would answer pretty quickly because right now I actually have a bunch of questions on that I need to answer in my daily vlogs, and I've just been putting them off, and I've had like 50, seriously, like not 50, like probably like 30 questions that are backed up. So let's answer a couple questions now just to shake things up a bit. So Mind Now asks, what does your workout schedule look like for a week? So my workout schedule per week, I work out every single day. I don't take any rest days. My rest days are active rest days. I am not a big fan of absolutely doing nothing. So I have to do something. In terms of my running, I am running 7 days a week with a minimum of 3 miles per day. So that's the absolute minimum. But I also have to make sure that I get in my back-to-back runs. My back-to-back runs, it's going to be a long run followed by a medium to short run. So last week it was 17-13, and then this week is going to be 20 and 12. So for me, it's whatever days are free that I can get in on those days. So for me, it usually towards the mid to tail end of the week where I'll do these long runs. And then every other day, the non long run days or medium run days, I'll just get in however many mileage, but I just have to add up to the total mileage by the end of the week. So in terms of my training program, it looks like, so it's running, but also I increase my mileage every single week. So last week I did 51. This week I'm doing 55 to 60. I usually like to give myself a range. And then I'm also mixing in 2 powerlifting sessions. So deadlifting sessions as well, just because I'm chasing the 477 pound deadlift. So last week I deadlifted twice, plus I ran 51 miles. This week, I'll probably deadlift twice again. I deadlifted today, 315, 3x3, and I actually worked my way up to 345 for a single and 365 for a single twice. So I'll be deadlifting twice a week just so that I can keep up my deadlifting strength as well. And then work schedule. So yeah, that's what my schedule looks like. I also, whenever I deadlift or whenever I powerlift, I try not to run a lot on that day of. I try to limit it to about 3 to 5 miles if I'm deadlifting that day. I also tend to, and I know PowerWeight Training asked this question the other day, is do you run and do you deadlift on the same day? Or, because I mentioned that it takes running takes priority over powerlifting and deadlifting. Yes, it does take priority over it. Running does, because my ultra is a lot sooner. My ultra will be on October 31st, so less than 11 weeks away. So I have to keep it's more important for me to put in miles there, but I also think that it's valuable for me to deadlift or squat or whatever it is and then run after, because running on taxed legs, that's the name of the game in terms of ultra. So with that, I usually just deadlift first and then I'll run after, but keep it really, really light, like 3 to 4 or 5 miles. So today I ran 4 miles, and today I switched it up. And a lot of it, as I said before, in a lot of my videos, I go by feel. It's literally whatever I feel like doing, but I have a weekly goal. And I know from experience, if I don't do it earlier in the week, my lifts earlier in the week, or if I wait a little too long, I won't get them in. So I've kind of, perfected my own type of scheduling. And I know I go by feel a lot, but I mean, sometimes me going by feel is running 10 miles in that day. It's whatever I feel like doing. So that's what my week looks like. So next question from Dan M. He asked, what do you consume before, during, and after your long run? So on my long run days, I consider a long run anything 15 miles or more. If I'm doing less than 10 miles, it's definitely not a long run. 13 miles, I guess, like a half marathon. Before my long runs, I usually like to have a bagel cream cheese. I like to have that 30 minutes before, and then I also like to have coffee. If I'm running 10 to 15 miles, I'll bring one item to eat. But I usually, I use my house as a pit stop or as an aid station. So I just leave everything here. But that one item will look like a power bar, will look like some chews, whatever it is, or even just fruit and Gatorade. I'll usually come back twice on a long run and I'll refill up with some Gatorade and some food as well. You just eat a little bit. Lately, I've had, almonds, like salted almonds, and I'll just eat those real quick and then just go. And then in terms of after my long runs, on my long run days, I really like to eat out. I just ran 15 to 20 miles. I think for me, it's in my head, I deserve to eat a little bit better, and I don't want to cook. So primarily on those days, I like to eat out, Indian food, vegetarian. Again, I'm a vegetarian, but Indian, or even just like an Impossible Burger. Like, dude, I sometimes just want an Impossible Burger. Or I'll go out and buy a cheesecake and just eat half of that cheesecake because I just ran 20 miles. So do you, and then also, with that being said as well, after all my runs in general, as of late, I've been taking a protein shake just because it's been hard for me to get in protein as a vegetarian. So I've been taking daily protein shakes as well. Let me see if there's any questions. Boom, boom, boom. Tino, what's up? What's up? What's up? All right, I definitely need a video about that, different phases. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, my connection is unstable. I think I might have paused out for a quick sec. It said my connection was unstable. I'm happy to help with you anytime if you want help, get advice with a celebrity trainer. Yes. So if y'all don't know, my good friend Aaron, aka FitLab, he was a celebrity trainer, but he was also a very successful real estate agent and just a really good person in general. So if you're looking for any like workout like advice, he takes the time to answer anything that you may have in terms of form, in terms of any fitness questions. So please use him as a resource, and please go follow him too, because he's a good, genuine person that I've been lucky enough to befriend. So sorry guys, I have another midstream. Thanks CJ for coming in. I have a challenge for you. Can you not do anything for one whole day? That's a real challenge. No, I can't. I really can't not do anything. I'd rather cut off my leg, or is that a saying? But yeah, it takes a lot of energy for me not to do anything. I just am so guilty. I just feel so guilty. So same as always, eat on long run days. Yeah, I saw that on your videos, Dan. Vince Machine, I can picture him sitting for more than 5 minutes. Yeah, I have to be doing something. So, agreed. Vince, doing nothing would be a challenge for him. Yeah, I live to help others, and this is my life. Totally agree. Little buffer, but not much. Aaron's content is on another level. Aaron, yeah, sweet. Okay, couple more questions that I have. PowerWeight Training has asked, do you have scheduled days off, or do you go on feel? Again, I just don't like scheduled day off. I mean, I'll definitely go by feel. A lot of it is by feel. If I am, but I'm also smart with my training as well. Like if today I ran 4 miles, but I also deadlifted. If tomorrow I'm supposed to go on a medium run, like maybe like a 7 to 8 miler. But if my legs are shot, if I am a little bit stiff, then I'll scale it back and then take those miles and add it to another day. So typically I go by feel, but honestly, nowadays, now that I'm not doing the Counter Club challenge, like my body feels amazing. Like this is what it's like to have energy and time and everything like that. So yeah. And then Ryan actually asked this about my pillow, but he asked a question earlier. He asked, or a couple days ago, does your girlfriend train, lift weights, run too? So she doesn't run or lift weights, but she's really into group exercise. So she used to do what's that one? Orange Theory, but then also she works out with like her mom and sister via Zoom, and then they do like the Chloe Ting challenge, stuff like that. So that's the form of fitness she likes. And she also, like, we sometimes go hiking and stuff too, so that's always a good way, or even just walk around the lake that / park by our house. We live around a 1.4 mile loop, so, or the loop is 1.4 miles, so we just walk that from time to time. And then last question that I had scheduled for this live stream, it's did you create your own training plan for the 100 miler from WVRunning Don? Actually, this book right here, Relentless Forward Progress, it's a guide to ultra running. It has training plans. It's actually a really good book if anyone's thinking about ultra running. But I took the training plan out of here. I took the concepts out of here, and then I'm just adjusting the training plan based on powerlifting as well. So for me, it's powerlifting at least 2 days a week. 3 would be nice, but last week was only 2. This week probably be 2, might be 3, but we'll see. And then I've just adjusted the program for myself. And with that being said, I don't think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but with my training plan, every 4th week is a taper or a deload week. So last week I ran 51 miles and I did 2 lifting sessions. And then this week I'll run 55 to 60 miles, 2 to 3 lifting sessions. But then 2 weeks from now, so every 4th week, I will do a taper week, in which I'll, or is it taper? Is that the right terminology? But I'll dial down the miles just to give my body a little bit of rest. So deload. So that's what my training plan looks like right now. Boom. It is 7:08. Boom, boom, boom. All right. This was really fun. What team is that on your hats, JK? Just dodging. Boo. Actually, the Giants been sucking a lot. Like, we've been giving up so many. It's just been crazy games because, like with the A's and even last night, I was like, okay, we're up by 1, and it's getting to be the ninth inning because I'm not watching it on my TV, but then I'm checking on my phone, and the next thing you know, we lost. I'm like, dude, terrible. Cool. Well, I appreciate everyone for joining. This was really, really fun, and I really thoroughly enjoyed it. I learned a few additional things for this live chat or live stream, in which I will better next week as well. Next week, I'm shooting, we'll see how this goes in terms of, how many people made it, the stats, and everything like that. And then I might adjust the date from there. But thank you all for tuning in. Let me know down in the comments below. If you have some free time, just to give me any feedback, things that you like, things that you didn't like, and just let me know. But other than that, have a great night, everyone. Thanks for tuning in. And again, this was fun. So thanks for watching. Hope you all enjoyed that video. It's like, the whole my end screen thing. So cool. Peace, love, and happiness. See you, everyone.